Hello and welcome back to the Forever World. I am Viable Sword and today we're finally going to get our mega base started. At least the main structure. I already got a bunch of building blocks. So we're just going to get a start on it and then we will come back and texture it, get some windows in, and see what we think. Alright, let's go up 8 more blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll do that all the way around. And then I think that'll be it for the bottom section. And then we will move on to the middle section. Alright, now that we have the bottom section of the wall done, we got a whole bunch of tuff now. And we will start on the roof of the bottom section. And then once we get it up a bit, then we will start in on the second section and repeat, and then the third section and top it off. But before we can do that, I need to run along here with these stairs. And then we will place the roof support. Oops. The roof support up here to actually slope in the roof. And once it's all in, then all these stairs and other parts where they're not waterlogged, we'll have to come back through and waterlog them. Otherwise, it's gonna look mighty strange in Vibrant Visuals especially, but also in fancy, regular graphics. Okay, now that that is done, let's get rid of the rotten flesh, and we're going to switch over to our chiseled tuff. And we're just going to do a simple line across these stairs. And now for a bit of bazaar. Let's just place that one down for now. So now we're going to use the polished tuff stairs. And we're going to go up a few on this before we come in with slabs and taper it back. But the weird part is going to be, after I get that block back, when I put these in over here towards the middle section, I'm going to put the first one sideways towards the central bit on this quarter of the circle. And then we're going to come over. And we're going to do that on these ones as well. So on this side, we'll turn it the other way. And bring it like this. And the same here. So this one will go sideways. And then that one will go there. And then we'll come over to this one and do the same thing before we meet here on these 4 singles. And that's where it's going to be a bit trickier, but I think with some slabs I can make that work pretty well. I hope. And when we get to these two, instead of continuing like we have been, what we're going to do is start the 2, but then we're going to put a third one over. We're going to do that on all 4 sides because then we're going to bring a tower up here. Alright, and then what we're going to do with these corners is throw slabs here. And we're going to go up on these. We'll just fill that in. So we're going to go up by 9. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to bring these up. And these will be the start to our tower. So then we need to come over here and build up this wall. We're going to come over here and build up this wall, and we'll worry about the inside once we get the outside done. Oops. Put them in the right place. And then on this side, we want to go up by 4, I believe. I got it planned out. It's just the particulars are still a little bit wibbly wobbly. So then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then here we'll bring that wall in. Give me the block back. And this one is going to go up to meet the others. And then we're going to go up to this one, I believe, to do the next part of the wall. And this one will be 3 wide, like that one and that one. And if we need to, we can adjust fire on these once we start getting the rest of the roof in on this section. But I think that's right. And then on this side, let's see, pretty sure it'll be right here. And again, we'll adjust fire as we get the roof in. And then let's start on the same height as this one, and then we can bring it down if we need to. Oops. Wrong place. Okay, and then there. There. And then when we come to the roof, let's see, I want stairs here. And I want to get these in so that as we do the roof, we're not having to build it in and then tear it out for the towers. Let's see, and then we want stairs here with one block, I think will work. Let's try that. Come on. That there, we'll put that one there and that one there. Come on. And that there and that there. And then I want one more row here on all 4 sides that do not meet up. And then on the next level, what we'll do is just take it all the way around. Alright, and then we're going to bring our tough brick walls and we're going to throw them on all four corners. Did not. You know what? Give me those. And we're going to put tough brick here with another wall right there. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good. And then we will just cut out a bit for a window here and here. Not sure if we're gonna need it there because of the side of the main structure as well as here. But on those two outward facing sides at least, we will want to cut out spots for windows. And then we can go ahead and get the other three up, at least the walls. And then we will come back and start in on the roof again. Now that those are in, we can start on the next layer of the lower roof. And we're going to do two more, I think. Two more rows of stairs. And then we're going to kind of slope it in with slabs before we start the middle section of the base. Oops. Not slabs. Give me stairs. And we're going to do it exactly the same as we did on the first row. Yeah, there we go. And then we want to bring up slabs here. This is getting really annoying. I might have to take some time and go around the square that we dug and just, at least on two sides, and throw out a bunch of water buckets just to make all this source blocks again. Spam a bunch of kelp. Just so that I would have to do this a lot less later. Because I don't have any source blocks around. That way I can see better. Because this little bit of, oh hey look, it's air, is really starting to make this this difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. But first let me... No, I'm not gonna place anymore. Let's do it first. And then spend a little bit of time making all these waterlogged as well. That way it's that way it's not ruining the picture. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Water buckets. Alright, I opted for the kelp option because all I'm going to have to do is run kelp on two sides of the square and then lift them up to... Ow. Get out. Get out. Lift them up to the top level. And then that will force fill the rest of the square. And I got a whole bunch of kelp from digging this stuff out. So we're going to do it this way. And depending on how the water source blocks are down that way, if there are any, because of the ravines and underwater caves and stuff, then that'll actually allow the kelp to grow on its own as I make my way around anyway. So I think this is just going to be the best option. There's no need to spam a bunch of kelp all over down here. And water buckets are going to take too long and be too difficult and confusing. So we're going to do it this way. And then the it'll fill in all on its own. Okay, now it should be relatively easy. Well, apparently, yeah, okay. It's not 100%, but it is for the most part, good to go. We're just gonna have to deal with it, taking it right off our heads and making us blind again. That's alright though. We're gonna go ahead and waterlog these real quick, and then we will get back to the roof around our towers. One more cursory look, make sure we got it all, and I mean inside of course, but I'm not worried about inside. I'm not seeing any on the outside that still need waterlogged, so I think we're good. So let's finish this one, and then we will move around to the other 4 sections. So we need... Oh no! I was really hoping it would be waterlogged already. I should have did the kelp trick before we started building. Dang it. Oh well. We'll just deal with it as we go then. Dang it. Okay, now that we have the 3 rows of the stairs all the way around, what we're going to do is come through with our slabs. Then we're going to go all the way around like we did with the stairs. We're going to go 3 high, I think, just to slope the roof back a little bit before we start the middle section on the actual tower itself. Oops. And I guess I didn't need to do that, did I? Oh well. Give me that back. There. And we'll take that one. And that is layer 1. And then we'll take back the ones that, over here, that aren't necessary. And this one. Yeah, there we go. And then waterlog. Oh, we're not going to get lucky like we did over there. Waterlog, waterlog, waterlog. 2 more. And there. That should be all of those ones now too. And then what we want to do is finish up the other 3 sides as well, so that we can get started on the middle section of the tower itself. Now that we have the lower roof on, we're going to come through with more deep slate bricks and start the wall for the middle section. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then maybe 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I don't want to just follow this, so 2 here, 1 there, and maybe 1 more. Let's go over here and do the same thing, and then we'll meet them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get up there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Yep, and then 1 more. Take these ones out. Ah, falling. And see how that's gonna work. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can grab some more slabs and fill those in. Probably, yeah, let's go 1 up here. And I'm not sure about these holes yet. We'll go 1 up on these. Yeah. Maybe another up on those. Maybe. I don't know, because that's going to be the wall, right? So we'll leave it for now, and then we'll figure it out. Okay, so then we did 1. Can I do it? 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, 7. Get up there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then take out the filler blocks. Yeah, that's a good shape. Now to do the other half. Okay, now that we have those laid out, we're just going to take these up another 11 all the way around. Just like that. And then we will start the roof for the middle section after that. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to do the same thing we did down there and line this with stairs. And then come back across with this chiseled tuff. Whoops. And then once we have that, we will do the same on this roof as we did down there. 3 rows of stairs, and then 3 rows of slabs. But it's probably going to get a little funky around the corners. We'll figure it out. And then this one here. And then we got this awkward bit. We may just throw a slab in there for now, and then Maybe a full block. Let's leave it for now, and then we'll figure it out once we get the other layers started. Now that we have the 3 layers of our stairs, we got to do the corner bits, and I use the term corner light loosely because it is circular, not square, but just stay with me here. All right, so then we're going to put slabs here. Not there. Right there. And then we're gonna put another slab there. And waterlog that real quick, make it easier to see. And then what I want to do is put another stair there and there, so that it kind of closes up a little bit right there. And then we want a stair there, or not a stair, a slab. And then another slab there, I think. Possibly. And then I think what we'll do is put a slab here and a slab here. And then we'll do that on the other 3 as well, and then we'll grab our slabs and start tapering it up to the top section of the tower. Okay, so let's do that over here. Let's grab slab there, slab there, and there, and then we'll put stairs on top of those with a slab between them and a slab above. And then a slab behind both of these stairs. Waterlog, 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 and waterlog. Yep, that's what we want to do. I like that. And then we will make sure it doesn't look too bad whenever it comes to this part of the slabs. Taking it up, taking it up 1 level all the way around, and taking back the temporary blocks, and putting the rest of them in on this one. All of these need waterlog. Give me more water. Oops. And you, and you, and you. How does that look? Yep, I think that's a good choice. So let's finish off. So let's go ahead and get these 3 layers of slabs in. And then we will come back and start the final layer of the base tower. Now that these are all in, it's time to start on the top section. So what we want to do is get the middle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 4. We're gonna go 5 wide on this wall. And it's going to be quite a bit smaller than this. So let's go maybe 2, 1, and 1. And then we'll do another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, 1, 2, 3. If I can place it, 4, 5. Alright, let's get our slabs, and I think what we want to do is just go up 1 on these, 1 up on that here, and then see, this is going to be a wall, so then we'll go up by 1 there. How's that look? Yeah, I like that. Then we'll come over onto this one. We'll go one up here. Put a couple more blocks there. One up, and another step. One there. Okay, for the top section wall, we want to go up another 8. Counting the bottom one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there we go. Then we're just gonna do the same thing we did on the bottom 2 sections. Just gonna go around and get these walls up. Now for the stairs. How do I want to do these? I think the slab there. But let's get the rest of these stairs in first. Throw that on there, and then we will make sure all of these are waterlogged. Should be easy since most of this was all water sources already. Then we'll come around with our chiseled tuff, just like we did on the bottom 2 sections. Okay. And now for the top section roof. And this is also why I wanted it dug down so far. I mean, look, it's behemoth. But I didn't want it to be right under the top of the water. So, let's grab our slabs. Oh, there we go. Of course, it would help if I put the tuff in the right place. Whoa, hello. Goodbye. Okay, let's put the tuff in the right place this time. Okay, now we can go ahead and start the roof. And unlike the bottom 2 layers, we want this more sloped. More gradual, I suppose. So we're just going to use slabs. Five and 2 and 2, yeah, okay. And then start the next one, and it's going to be different still. 5, and then we're just going to go, this whole corner is the same. Take that back so it doesn't confuse me this time. And it's just going to be 5 and 3. There. So now we're going to go, let's see, here. And just taper it up. Okay, and then I think we'll just take this one all the way around, maybe? See how that looks. Might have to change it a little bit. And right there, maybe? How does that? And I think just to give it a little bit of depth, what we'll do is put these here. And then maybe go up a level there. For that one, can I, yeah, there we go. I'll put those there. And then we're gonna double this one so that I can get a slab there. And waterlog it. Oop. Maybe that like that. possibly. Let's put another one here and here and here. Let's go under them and try it that way. Okay, so now what we need to do is knock out a few holes, get some windows in, get the roofs on these towers, and also knock a couple of holes on this side and this side. Gonna texture it up a little bit with some deep slate tiles, I think, and definitely some cobble deep slate. So I'm gonna get running away from those guys and get started on that, and I will bring you back when all the roofs are in and we're ready for the entranceway and windows. Now I want to do some windows, and I think we're just going to do them on the 5 wide and the 3 wide on the bottom section. Let's see. I think the bigger ones will be floor level, which will be here, and the other ones will be one up off of the floor. So let's see. So maybe 3 wide and pretty much all the way to the top, I think. And some glass. And I actually want to push these back a block. And then I want to put some oxidized copper bars in front of them. There. And we will waterlog those. But for now, let's see. How do I want to do this? Stairs here. Can I click it? Let me click it. There. And then we'll do a slab there. And I think bricks here and here, and then walls down. Not there. Not there. And then bricks here and here with more stairs. And some slabs under here to get it to that. Not that. That. Maybe not. For now. That'll do. And then over here, we want one off of the floor. So there. And I think we'll go up just a few, so it's one less either direction than the large windows. We'll do the same thing here. Bars, even with the walls. Can I have that back? And then we want glass one block behind. We'll line it with walls and slabs. And put that on the other side of the entrance, and then the same thing on the other 3 sides. Okay, now that this level is done, barring, you know, some prettification of outside and the entryway there, pretty empty. But now we can move on to the towers and the second story, I don't know, the middle section. I did change how I decided to do the windows a little bit though. So we have these coming all the way across evenly, and we got it up at the top as well, instead of the full block down at the bottom, and just from the stairs to the slab there. And then here I topped the walls with slabs and then put the middle slab one up instead of flush with the bottom. But we got that all the way around, all four sides the same. And I don't know if I'm going to do entries on the other three sides like I did on this side. But this direction is where the mainland was, with the swamp and the island with our nether portal on it right now. So that made the most sense for this side. So now we just need to get our windows in on this section and on our towers. And then we can move on to the top. Yeah, that's better. More rounded. Let's see if we can do that to the bottom ones as well. Here. And if we do that, yes, looks better. So let's do that all the way around real quick. And we will be using solid blocks in the middle on these ones. Okay, we're finally done with the outside. Got texture and windows up top as well. So now, all we got left to do, at least for this episode, is to get a floor in. A bottom floor. Not all of them. I'm not exactly sure I want to divide it up yet. The floor we're going to do in polished diorite, mixed with normal diorite for a little bit of texture. And depending on how it all goes, we may make the walls double thick as well, or throw some walls up to encase the windows at least. But that's a future decision. Right now I just want to get the walls in. Or not the walls, the floors. And that's that. We may add a little bit more once we have this place drained out in the next episode and can really see. But for now, I like it and it'll work. That is it for this episode. Next time we will be draining this thing, adding in a couple of floors, the walls for these towers, and then we're going to start filling the base. The bottom floor is going to be our mass storage. The middle section at the moment is planned to house our super smelter, and I'm not sure what else. The top section is mostly just going to be a trophy room. At least that's the plan for now. So if you've enjoyed it, please click that like button, and if you would like to see more, please consider subscribing, and I will see everybody next time. Bye.